Okay. While I'm talking, you can go on your phones and look these things up because that's why I asked you to bring your phones with you. Every cell in the body produces toxins from its metabolism. It's called free radicals. What are they called? So every metabolism of your body produces free radicals. Free radicals are very, very bad for the body. They kill cells. If free radicals are around cells, they'll destroy the membrane of the cell and the cell will die. So what must we do with free radicals? Get rid of them, right? We need to get rid of them as quickly as possible. So you get rid of them in your sweat, in your urine, and your feces. Stool. Stool? I understand. What's the Spanish for stool? This is French for stool. Oh, we don't want to say that. Oh, you don't say, okay. Well, you understand. So those free radicals are gotten through the sweat, and it's, the God made us to have stools, so we can say it. Okay. But the way they're gotten rid of is by antioxidants. Antioxidants are good substances like sponges that absorb the free radicals and eliminate them in your stool, in your urine, and your sweat. So what we need to do is have a lot of these antioxidants and the least amount of free radicals. You get that? Where do you find antioxidants? Anybody? What's that? Vegetables, plant-based is the very best part for antioxidants. Antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D, are all found in plants, in fruit, and in nuts. So that is why a balanced diet should have all those things in it. But guess where you find a lot of free radicals? In meat, in animal products, including fish. Any animal that had a liver, you can find free radicals. So what do we as Adventists do? We eat meat. We eat the clean meat. And then we eat some vegetables and fruit to get the antioxidants. So what are we doing in essence? We're poisoning ourselves and then giving us some antidotes on top of it. When you eat the meat, you are eating free radicals. Your body produces free radicals, you're eating free radicals, and then we think, well, now I can just put some fruit in there to try to neutralize it. But you're neutralizing stuff that you're eating. Do you understand the dichotomy right there? So, translate for me.
Il parle que nan manger nan ça n'a consommer conseil ba yo le radical libre. La radical libre ça yo ta supposé son série excrément que yo ta supposé sortir dans corps nous. Yo pas supposé rester dans corps nous parce que yo pas bon pour nous du tout. Nous souvent joindre radical libre ça ou bien ça que nous relé bagay qui pas bon pour corps nan viande. Where else we find free radicals?
So do you understand that free radicals, the body produces it. If you eat meat, you're putting in your body free radicals. So you're trying to counteract it by fruits, vegetables, and nuts. But is that the best way to do it? What should you do? There you go. Don't eat animal protein. You need the protein, but you eat plant-based protein and animal-based protein because you're counteracting what you're supposed to be doing, which is not wrong, but not as healthy as it could be. I want to understand this. There's nothing wrong in eating clean foods. Let me stress this. Ellen G. White, the Bible is plain. There's nothing wrong in eating clean food. However, even Ellen White said in the last days, the meat will get worse and worse and worse to the point where it'll be unedible. So I'm just trying to say it's best to cut out meat in your diet and use fruits and vegetables and nuts.
Yeah. So, non seulement corps produit radical libre ça l'on manger viande c'est vraiment additionné que additionné là-dedans qui pas vraiment fait trop bien. Maintenant pour balancer yo ou manger fruits avec avec graines ou bien végétable. Ellen G. White lui déconseillé à ce que nous consommer viande, c'est pas parce que li mauvais à ce que nous manger viande qui propre, mais elle t'a fait du bien, elle t'a fait le mieux à ce que nous rester loin de yo parce que dans dernier temps viande yo a vinn plus mal de jour en jour à cause de ça au consommer a vinn plus mal.
And no one No one should condemn anybody else for what they do in their food. Don't think that because I'm a vegetarian, I have this one step closer to heaven. I know someone who was a complete vegetarian. In fact, she was a vegan, and she developed lung cancer. Never smoked in her life. So do not condemn anyone for what they eat or what they don't eat. You need to work it out in your own salvation with fear and trembling. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? I'm not and by the way, what I tell you here, don't do anything until you talk to your doctor. Because I do not know your history. I do not know what you're taking. I do not know. There's some medications you can't take with certain medications, or even some from foods. If you're on Coumadin, you can't take leafy vegetables. So don't do anything. My wife runs my business, so she's telling me, don't do anything I say unless you talk to your doctor first. Does that all right, baby? Okay, good. Okay, good. Any questions on that so far? Any questions? Okay.
Pas de question?
Yeah, I have a question. You mentioned a person earlier has lung cancer, and the person doesn't eat meat. What do you think could cause the lung cancer?
Well, we have investigated it. We believe that she used to work at a facility that had asbestos in the roof, and she was not aware of it. So asbestos got into her lungs and caused the lung cancer. Asbestos?
It's asbestos. That's how we
It's
I don't
it's
know
a
if there's
chemical
another
in
word
the
for it. I don't
carpet
know
or
it.
sometimes in the walls of old buildings that when they refurnish the carpet, if it gets, it's cancer-causing chemical. That's the only thing, because she was a vegetarian for all her life.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
C'est ça ou en créole. Ou qu'on voit ciment et ciment on ba yo coller, yo te kon coller plaque avec li gon senti très fort. Oui, yo coller soulier avec li. Maintenant gon série de ba yeah. That's it. Yo relé le ciment. Yeah.
Wait, he had a question right there. Did you have a question, sir? Okay, go ahead.
I get you. You mentioned earlier that with time, day after day, with the years, the meat will get worse, right?
Yes.
So this week I heard a kind of a article in the audio that the FDA approved lab-grown meat.
Approve what?
Lab-grown meat.
Yeah.
Meat going in the laboratory.
Yeah.
Any thoughts of that?
Well, at this point here, I've heard that. I've never tasted it, but I've heard that. I don't like anything that's produced that God didn't produce. So I'm a little hesitant, and I need to get more information on that. But I personally won't touch that until I get more information. That's like, have you gone to Burger King and had their Impossible Burger? That's plant-based, except they have in it mayonnaise and other stuff that I wouldn't want to use. And on top of it, it looks like it's meat because it has some beets, so it looks like blood. Have you seen it? Yeah, to me it's delicious, but that's only every now and then. Yes, ma'am.
I just want you guys to know this is recorded live. If you guys step to the microphone, it helps. Si nous venons micro à l'aider parce que session en live, so c'est ça que fait nous mettre microphone. Thank you.
Merci.
What you said earlier regarding free radicals, if I understand well, you mean that it's a byproduct of what?
Say that again, I'm sorry. What?
The free radicals are the byproducts of what we put in ourselves, right?
Oh, the free radicals, yes.
Right.
No. The free radicals are produced by the body itself.
Okay, it's from within, right?
It's from metabolism of each cell.
Okay. So is there any other sources we can get free radical from?
Free
I
radicals?
mean, from the outside.
Oh, yeah, free radicals are smog, the air we breathe. It's all over us. I mean, the free radicals, not only the body produces it, but we can breathe it in with smog or fog. So it's bad for the whole body. Smoking gives a lot of free radicals. But what I'm trying to say is that so does eating meat. So we need to get antioxidants to counteract the free radicals. The more antioxidants you have, the more the sponge absorbs the free radicals and eliminates them.
I understand that. Is microwave?
Microwaves, yes.
cause-
Radiation, microwaves, yes.
Okay.
Quickly.
ahead.
Les seulement des questions hein, pour le dire côté côté free radical comment nous ca absorber free radical côté nous joindre radical free ça que nous l'équipe qui pas bon pour corps. So vraiment c'est un bail qu'on prend tout côté nan air là on va respirer nan manger on va manger et pour vraiment nous sommes capables de dire fight ou bien gouman ensemble avec ou bien retirer dans le corps est extrêmement important pour que nous prenions ça les antioxydants. Antioxydants, pas besoin d'expliquer ça, mais c'est simplement bagay qu'on prend dans fruits, dans légumes, dans graines que vous manger donc yo aider balancer ça.
Okay, quiz time. What is the total cholesterol? Raise your hand quick. Total cholesterol. What's the normal total cholesterol? Raise your hand.
Qui normal total cholestérol si nous ka joindre?
What is it?
Réponse.
Come, I have a gift for you. I have a gift for you because you were quick. Come. What is the bad cholesterol number? Raise your hand. Okay, I saw your hand first. Come and get a gift. How much is it? How much is it? How much is it bad cholesterol should be? Wait, don't move. What is the total bad cholesterol
She
should be?
said it.
Less than bad cholesterol.
You said it.
100. Go ahead.
Let's
That's good. Good cholesterol. Raise your hand. Yes. What? No. You raise your hand. You raise your hand. No, bad. Good cholesterol.
40.
Come up here. Man, I have a hard time giving away gifts here. Okay. Okay. So, when you get a cold, a viral infection, what are your symptoms? Some. Cough. What else? Sneezing, running nose. What else? You can read it. Sore body aches and pains. Headaches. Guess what's causing all of that? Free radicals.
Okay, important. I need to translate
Okay.
that. So, question posée, elle dit, qui symptômes qui montrent que ou gagne grippe? Eh ben grippe non? What was the question? The question you asked them.
So the question I asked, which you gave me most of the answers for, this is for you, was what are the symptoms of a cold? And it was a cough, runny nose, sneezing, body aches and pains, headache.
Okay. Yeah, qui symptômes qui expriment qu'on gagne un cold? I mean, comme on grippe. Il dit symptômes yo c'est qui ça c'est ou tousser ou gagne néon cap courir, fatigue, tout ça.
So those are all caused by free radicals. The virus causes cell destruction, and since the cell is destroyed, it releases all these free radicals that causes your symptoms.
So, il dit comme ça, tout bagage ça c'est radical free et ou bien radical libre. C'est lui-même qui cause bagage ça.
So, how do I treat a viral infection? Do I give them antibiotics? Does your doctor give you antibiotics for influenza or for these symptoms? He should not, or she should not, because it's not caused by a bacteria. It's caused by a virus. So what do I do to these patients now who have these symptoms. I want to get rid of the free radicals. So what do I need to give them? Well, I need to give them something. Rest is part of it, but I need to give them antioxidants. Do you understand now? I need to give them antioxidants to get rid of these free radicals that are causing all their symptoms. So I prescribe for them vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. 4 medications. I give them, for the first 5 days, I give them 40,000 vitamin D, 10,000 vitamin C, 50 milligrams of zinc, and there's one more, and C, and E, 400 milligrams of vitamin E. By doing that, I saturate the body with antioxidants that grabs onto the free radicals, and their symptoms are done in 50% of the time.
Yeah. Can I translate that?
Go ahead.
I'll try. Les dit comme ça, maintenant, les gens qui ont une grippe comme ça, c'est pas nécessairement un virus qui cause la grippe là, mais plutôt c'est ça les radical. C'est ça que les radicales libres là. Maintenant, pour capable gérer ça, il pas ba moun nan yon antivirus. Mais plutôt le bali li bal combien de vitamines? 4, C, D, E, zinc. Et puis c'est vitamines ça qui viennent saturer quoi dans un niveau qui permettent que radical libre ça absorber dans vitamines ça et puis qui pour capable couper en grippe là. Yeah.
Let us go back to the blockage of the neck because of cholesterol. Did you know your body produces cholesterol? The liver produces cholesterol, and your body needs cholesterol for every cell membrane of the whole body is composed of cholesterol, and every hormone, enzyme, and body inside of the cell, all of them need cholesterol. So the body produces cholesterol. What do we do now? We put more cholesterol in. So where does the excess cholesterol go? Where does the excess cholesterol you eat go? Where does it go? It goes to the walls of the blood vessels and also the fat cells. So excess cholesterol goes to blocking these arteries and storage as fat cells. So if we could starve the body of cholesterol that the body needs, where will it get the cholesterol from? What's that? Well, it needs more. So where will it get the more from? It'll get it from the blockages in your arteries and your fat cells. So what I tell my patients, they come to the office. One of my patients, 2 weeks ago, I did not realize this. I couldn't get her cholesterol under control. Her cholesterol was like 300. And I put her on medications, high doses of medications, because she couldn't get it under control. And then 2 weeks ago, and I've had her for a year and a half, but my fault. 2 weeks ago, I asked her more about her diet. And she said to me, Dr. Berry, I eat liver pie every day. I said, what? Liver pie every day. The reason I couldn't get her cholesterol under control is because she was eating liver, which produces cholesterol. And I couldn't get it under control. So I'm dying to wait to see she comes back in 2 weeks to check her cholesterol to see if just by stopping the liver pie by itself, continue her medications, I can control her cholesterol. But let's get back to this. So if we can starve the body of cholesterol, so no eggs, milk, cheese, butter, or any animal meat, the body will try to find cholesterol in the blockages in our arteries and in our fat cells. They'll try to find it there to use it for the body. Do you see why it's important now to do it? So I tell my patients, 3 days a week, don't eat any eggs, milk, cheese, butter, or any animal meat, including fish. Don't even eat that. Just 3 days a week. And I found that majority of my patients, the cholesterol is over 50% improved by just doing that. By changing that you are what you eat. You want to translate that?
Yeah. That was a mouthful, but I'm going to try. Les dit comme ça, OK. Cholestérol yo habité dans comment on dit cell en créole? Dans cellule bloc, dans bloc cellule pas vrai? Et dans artère, OK, dans bloc artériel yo pas vrai? Et puis dans on va y relé quoi fat. Graisse. So, et c'est comme ça qu'on a préserver graisse. Il serrer graisse sur quelque part dans quoi. Maintenant, si que nous capables faire en façon pour nous pas bailler quoi additionnel graisse, quoi vient presque forcé pour le chercher graisse ça que déjà servi ou bien que déjà serré de manière à ce que pour le capable. Now, façon que les suggérer que nous capables et suspendre ou bien cesser ou bien réduire quantité graisse que nous gagnons qui va tout problème ça c'est premièrement une aller suggérer c'est pas manger une série de bagages quand tu viens de nourrir tu viens de cabrit vous comprenez tu viens de bœuf Docteur Dorilas dit là du boulot. Pas manger, pas boire pas prendre pas prendre lait, pas prendre rien qui ça que les dérives. Bon, pas qu'on est vraiment meilleure façon pour nous dire ça en créole. Mais tout produit qui gagne graisse là dedans aussi nous t'es capable prendre yo pendant 3 jours et le ba une illustration de un client que le gagne qui te gagne un problème cholestérol li pas de contrôle du tout, il simplement recommandé pour que client fait ça et l'espérer très prochainement client retourner pour bas résultat. Donc vraiment ça qui est important c'est réduire graisse nous parce que corps naturellement les nous pas prendre graisse li côté là chercher graisse. All right.
Very good.
I try.
I have a question for you, Doc. For example, I'm a vegan.
You're vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't eat nothing from animals.
Good.
But I'm still getting fat. What can cause that?
Well, believe it or not, carbohydrates have a high sugar content, and the same thing. So you need to cut back on your carbohydrates. Breads, the pasta, the rice. Don't stop eating the rice and peas. Who made the rice and peas? Oh, the rice and peas today was delicious. But the reason is that one, it must be a holistic thing. You can't just be a vegan and not exercise. So it has exercise also. So exercise and cut out on the carbohydrates. That will help you. But I bet you if they check your carotids, there's no blockage.
But I don't eat so much white thing. Usually I eat whole grain. I eat a lot of grain. But it's look like I'm working night. I don't know if I don't sleep too much the way I'm supposed to sleep. I don't know if it can go that. And the other question I can have, I would like to ask you, is about sugar and meat. Is sugar, if, for example, if I don't eat meat, but I take a lot of sugar.
Bad for you. But remember, sugar is the only chemical that the brain uses, glucose. It's the only thing the brain uses for metabolism. So you need sugar. Is that you don't want refined sugar, you want to make sure the sugar content is low. Is anything wrong in eating fruit if you're diabetic? Not really. It's wrong if you eat the fruit juice, because there's a different type of sugar. But natural fruit sugars is very good for you. So keep doing what you're doing and keep exercising. There was something I was going to say about...
Quickly, I was
Go
going to
ahead, go ahead.
that. Ça, docteur a dit, il dit comme ça, et c'est pour nous réduire, quand le panel m'a dit, il dit comme ça, malgré le c'est un vegan, il pas consommer produit ça, quand viande, bagage ça, son vegan que lui, malgré le pas consommer produit ça, il est toujours gros. Il dit, est-ce que, ça lié, est-ce qui ça fait ça? Alors, réponse docteur, c'est que produit qui gagne pile glucides ou bien gagne pile sucre, un coup farine, une série de pain blanc et sucre vraiment concentré avec bagage qui a fort gros. Pendant ce temps, c'est pas parce que le découragé pour nous prendre sucre, nous prendre sucre, mais il y a sucre que nous prenons. Par exemple, même lorsque vous avez un monde qui gagne un problème sucre, vous êtes capable toujours prendre sucre à travers fruits parce que il y a différentes qualités de sucre. Sucre qui y aurait les sucres raffinés. Ah, mon yo kon ba yo. Sucre raffiné yo, ça li décourager contre yo. Mais quand vous sucre naturel qui sorti dans fruits yo, ça est bon pour nous parce que bon nous li consommer le besoin sucre pour capable fonctionner. Donc et la créole moi arrivé.
Okay, before I move on to the next topic, are there any questions you have for me? Yes, ma'am.
What about well, I don't do fine sugar, like the white sugar. I do the brown sugar.
Okay.
Because I don't really do sugar, but I don't drink coffee either. But I work nights. Sometimes I take some coffees, but I don't like coffee. I hate coffee so bad. When I'm drinking it, I put sugar to cover the taste of it. So, you think that can
Okay.
cause...
I think you need to work out your. I will not condemn you for doing that because I am addicted to Coca-Cola. I'm working on that. If you want to realize something that I'm not perfect, just talk to my wife. When I drive long distances, sometimes I want to drink Coca-Cola and I thirst for it, but it's wrong. Because Coca-Cola and coffee contain something that is very bad for the body. What is that? Caffeine. Caffeine is not good for the body at all. Now, postum is the coffee without caffeine, or Roma.
What is it?
Roma or postum.
Oh.
Postum is an old Adventist substitute. I think it's very expensive though. ROMA is what we use, Roma.
So that's going to help me at night.
It helps every night. Working hard, I know exactly what you're going through, and sometimes you got to make quick
Yeah.
decisions.
And the thing is, when I take a little, because I try not to do too much coffee.
Yeah.
So when I do a little bit anyway, give me like maybe an hour or 2 hours, and then after that, I'm so drowsy that I like.
Yeah.
The only thing I can see is sleep.
And believe it or not, I'm talking from experience, you go through withdrawals when you don't drink the coffee, when you don't take the Coca-Cola. I know exactly what you're going through, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it also.
I will try.
Okay. Yes.
I take supplement of antioxidants.
Okay, antioxidants.
Are these good? Those the supplements, antioxidant supplements.
Supermeds that contain So what you're taking is high doses of vitamin C, D, and E.
No, I found the tablets, antioxidants.
Multivitamin is multivitamins,
It's a
right?
supplement. A supplement.
Supplement.
Yeah.
Well, what is in it?
I don't know. It says antioxidant.
I think it is vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin E in it, which is good, but for short periods of time. My patients who I want to give them a high dose, I give them for 5 to 10 days, no more, because vitamin C can cause stomach problems. Vitamin D, an excess of it can cause problems itself. So what I recommend is that you don't take that for a very long period of time, maybe for 10 days and hold off for another 5 days and do it all over again. But superoxidants is good because it's high antioxidants. That's good. Okay. But don't take high for a long period of time.
I don't know if you understood my question. I found the tablet itself. The name of that tablet is antioxidants.
Yeah, but it has something in it.
Okay, I never checked that, but
you need to check that out.
Yeah.
You check that out.
Okay.
And find out what is in it.
Okay.
But you're correct. You're doing the correct thing.
Okay, thank you.
But then don't go eat meat now, because it's counteracting it. Okay. Anyway, before I finish the next topic, which is the last topic, any questions? You guys want to live forever, right? Okay. No. Get your phones out. Get your phones out. and I want you to get a picture of a telomere. Telomere. Get a picture of a telomere. And when you all have it, tell me. Get a picture of a telomere. And if you don't have a phone, go sit beside somebody who has a phone. Telomere. T-E-L-O. Can you get telomere on the overhead projector? Can you get a picture of a telomere? Can you get a picture? What? T-E, I think telomere. T-E-L-O-M-E-R-E. Telomere. DNA, yes. When you have that, tell me. I want to show you. Now, do you see the telomere? The telomere is the end. I got it. I want to put it up there. It's the end of the chromosome. Some of you have it in different colors. We're trying to get it online for those who didn't bring their phones. Every chromosome of your body, well, first of all, you realize that your cells divide because of chromosomes dividing. Okay, I'm going to, okay, yes, that's it. Well, yeah, hold it up and so they can see it. Okay. Every cell of your body has chromosomes in it. Does anyone know how many, a young person, tell me how many chromosomes in the body? A young person. A young person. Who said it? Who said it? Well, a young person who hasn't got a gift yet. Yes, sir. How much? Come here, come here. Let's get a gift. Let's give the young person a gift. Right here. Well, give him both. Okay. Okay. So everybody has a number of these chromosomes. Do you see this chromosome? Do you see the end of the chromosome? At the end of the chromosome, that's called the telomere. The telomere is at the end of every chromosome in your body. And every time the cell divides, now you listen now, every time a cell divides, this telomere gets shorter and shorter and shorter. When the telomere disappears, the whole cell dies. This is very important. So the telomere keeps the cell alive, okay? So when the telomere is gone, as the cell divides, little piece of the telomere is ripped off. When the telomere is gone, the cell dies. Yes? How long does the process take? Now that's what we talk about. So if we could, and they've done it, if we could prolong the telomere's life, the cell will live forever. And there are cells now that have been living for over 60 years in a laboratory at Duke University. Just because they keep feeding the telomere, the cell does not die. The problem is, if this is a cancer cell, what will happen? It'll kill you, because it'll keep growing and growing and growing. Won't be able to, so the research is still being done, but if it's a good cell and the telomere is there, then the cell will live forever. So, thank you. Stress, when you're under stress, the body produces what is known as glucocorticoids from the adrenal gland. These glucocorticoids causes a decrease in an enzyme called telomerase. Telomerase is important to extend the telomere. I've lost half of you. Okay, let's go again. Okay, so when I'm going to talk about the Sabbath with this, what I'm talking about here. So when you're under stress, the body produces a chemical from the adrenal gland that decreases an enzyme called telomerase, which shortens the telomere. And since it shortens the telomere, what happens to the cell? It dies. See if you can. It's not easy to live forever. Okay, see if you can. Okay.
Okay.
When you're under stress, okay. When you're under stress, repeat for me. What I say.
Okay, let's do it bit by bit. All right, go ahead.
When you're under stress.
Là où sous stress.
your body secretes a chemical
corps produit
which is
un
an
produit chimique
yeah, that decreases the production
qui réduit production
of telomerase.
de un bail les télémorase.
Telomerase is important
Télémorase là son bail qui très important
to increase the longevity of the telomere.
pour vraiment prolonger et valer temps télomère là li vive
Which causes the cell to live forever.
qui lui-même qui permet que celle au monde ou bien cellule au monde li vive pour longtemps.
So, is there a way for us to decrease stress in our lives
Est-ce que gon façon si gon façon pour nous capable réduire stress dans la vie nous
so that the telomere can live forever?
afin que télomère là est capable vivre pour tout temps.
How do we do this?
Comment nous fait ça?
Yes.
Reposer.
Yeah, bon, yes. The Sabbath.
Le sabbat.
God produced a Sabbath, a 7-day rest to decrease our stress.
Bon Dieu ban nous sabbat pour capable réduire stress.
So on the Sabbath, do we watch television?
Sabbat, est-ce que nous regardons télévision?
Well, 3ABN, yeah.
Très bien.
Do we read the news?
Est-ce qu'on va regarder des nouvelles?
Do we go on Facebook?
Est-ce qu'on va aller sur Facebook? Ah,
Do we what's the other one?
Instagram.
Do we go on Instagram?
Est-ce que
TikTok?
TikTok?
Do
YouTube.
we watch the foot? Was that no? All these things can increase your stress.
Non, parce que tout bagage ça yo vraiment fait stress nous monter.
Therefore, by increasing our stress,
Par conséquent,
we're killing cells.
si que n'a plaidé garder bagage qui pour monter stress nous,
God knew what He was doing.
nous vraiment réduit le nombre de temps cellules nous vivent. Bon Dieu pas veut nous gain stress.
There are certain chemicals that also increase the telomerase.
Une série de produits chimiques dans le corps qui prolongent télomerase là.
Vitamin C, vitamin E, and,
Vitamine C, vitamine E,
and vitamin D.
vitamine D.
So I take a handful of vitamin D every day.
Moi-même, moi prends un paquet de vitamine D chaque jour.
Your vitamin D level should be above 40.
Vitamine D niveau vitamine D que tu as supposé dans le corps là, tu as supposé 40.
Individuals like me who have more melanin in our skin should check our vitamin D level.
Moun tan koum qui gagne un mélanine qui beaucoup très et moun tan kouli yo ta supposé checker niveau vitamine D.
98% of my patients who are African Americans lack vitamin D.
98% de patients moi yo manque yo gen déficit vitamine D dans corps.
That even if they go into the sun, because of the melanin, they don't get enough vitamin D.
C'est pas parce que on parle dans soleil, mais c'est parce que naturellement on pas gen vitamine D.
Oui.
So when you talk about the vitamin D, can we just go to? Is there a specific vitamin D that we can take, or
Yeah.
whatever we see
Okay.
vitamin D on, we can just take it?
Vitamin D is free if you go in the sun. However, because of the melanin in our skin, even if we go in the sun, we don't get enough. So, what's that? Yeah, but still, because the sunlight doesn't get to it as it should. So vitamin D3 is what I give my patients. Vitamin D3, 5,000 international units, 2 a day.
Vitamine D3. Oh, you have une question? Vitamine D3, c'est ça que li bail patient. Vitamine D, et pas B non, D3.
Who's this for?
What's the quantity again?
Who? Who was it?
I'm going to do 5,000.
Go.
5,000
No,
5,000 millimeters. I'll ask him.
Dr. Dolas,
What's the dosage again, Doc, for the vitamin
D?
D3?
That vitamin D3, 5,000, you asked a good question here. Vitamin D3, 5,000 international units, 1 or 2 a day. But you need to go to the hospital, you need to go to your doctor and ask him to draw a vitamin D level on you. I'm telling you, 95% of you here probably have low vitamin D. Yes, ma'am. For the rest of your life. Yeah. Long-term therapy with overdoses is bad. That is why I said you need to go to your doctor, check your level. I check my patient's level every 3 months. So every 3 months I check it up. It must be above 40. If it's very high, I cut them back.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to finish.
High or low? Above a certain amount? Well, yeah, so you need to take, once a year is not sufficient.
Okay, so you say 5,000.
Vitamin D3, there's D2 and D3. So vitamin D3.
You say 5,000 something.
5,000 international units, IU.
IU, okay. 5,000 unités internationales. How many per day?
1 or 2. Well, it depends on what your level is.
Okay. Dépendamment de qui niveau besoin, ou capable prendre 1 à 2, mais faut qu'on ait docteur. Mais 5,000 IU, ça veut dire unité internationale. So, vitamine D3, 1 ou 2 par jour, dépendamment de qui niveau besoin, faut make sure que le docteur, pour faire ça, on peut prendre pour tout reste là.
Well, how many of you know what your vitamin D level is? Raise your hand.
Combien de nous connaissons qui
How many of you been to
niveau
your doctor
vitamine?
and asked their vitamin D level on you? Look at that. You need, what's that? Whose problem is this? Is it the doctor's problem? Yes.
Okay, so that level is not part of a routine physical. Your vitamin D level is not part of your routine physical. So it's something you have to ask especially and say, can you check my vitamin D level? Because they'll usually check like your chemistries, your blood sugar, A1C or stuff like that. Nobody ever says, I'm going to check your vitamin D.
Got that?
Vraiment important ça le dit hein, le dit comme ça, le wal kay docteur, c'est pas en routine pour yo checker vitamine, D niveau vitamine D ou. So faut que son ba ou mandé de manière à ce que vous pouvez faire le pour.
Ask for vitamin D level. Yeah, the general population will not ask to come to the doctor. I want my vitamin D check. Yeah. It's really based on symptoms, right? So
Correct.
it's a doctor's problem in this case.
Not necessarily symptoms. My patients who see me for the first time who have no symptoms, I check their vitamin D level. And the thing about it is that I found out that by doing that, they live longer and healthier by finding what's wrong with them early. Yes.
So here's my question, because we're leaning now towards like the supplements that we need to be taking on a daily basis. I personally take Geritol, which is like an old vitamin. What vitamin that covers majority of the things that we need that you would say will be a good thing for us that lacks the D3 for us to take?
Centrum. However, I take 3 Flintstones every day. Yes. Okay. I take 3 chewable Flintstones every day. Plus vitamin D. Plus I take Tums for the calcium. And I take iron too.
Il y a une recommandation que le bail qui vraiment couvre presque toute vitamine, je ne sais pas si c'est question que je posée, qui presque couvre toute vitamine que corps a besoin. Une que les suggérer c'est centrum. Mais lui même personnellement, il mentionne n'importe deux autres pas songer non. Flintstone et puis après ça Flintstone. Flintstone. Okay. And then et puis gon l'autre Tom what's
Tums.
Tums?
Tums, it's for the stomach, but I can't give it the calcium.
Okay. Tums. So ça yo bon capable. Maintenant révision, make sure que nous fait docteur nous checker. Les cas docteur a mandé pour checker niveau vitamine D nous. Et puis avec ça, nous capable considérer centrum, mais nous capable aussi considérer maybe my question do they get vitamin D3? They don't need a prescription. They can just get it over the counter.
But
Okay.
let me stress this again. Did I tell you to take vitamin D?
No.
Go and see your doctor. Let them, and if the doctor doesn't take good care of you, find another doctor. Because it's your problem. So go ahead and find your ask your doctor to do these things, and then he should be able to help you through this.
Yeah. So vitamine D pas courir juste à le prendre comme ça pour nous prescrire tête nous pour compte pas nous. Premièrement, ouais docteur nous ouais docteur a demandé spécifiquement pour checker niveau vitamine D nous. Après ça, vitamine D nous ka joindre ni non ba qui relé over the count gon ba nous capable à joindre à l'acheter dans Walmart over the counter. Après ça, lui-même lui dit personnellement, il prend un supplément ça qui relève Flintstones gummy, son gomme que lié ou capable prendre par
Chewable Flintstones.
Yeah. Et puis that's that.
Did you get a prize for doing that? Have you gotten a prize yet? Come get a prize. Oh, my baby wants to say something.
You're welcome. One thing we've noticed at our office, a lot of patients don't like to come to the doctor unless they're having a problem. But the problem with that is you may be having a problem in your body that you don't know you even have. So once a year, at least once a year, when you go to your doctor, ask him to do a checkup on you, to just check your blood, check your levels, check your heart, because there may be something that if caught early, you can resolve it.
All right. Before you have a question? Oh no. Yes. What's that? Stress.
It's not good because it destroys the telomere. What is oxidative stress?
Oxidative stress is the process by which the free radicals are produced. Free radicals are ready. Three oxygens together are very unstable. So oxidative stress is essentially what the body produces the free radicals. That's another name for free radicals. So that's very bad for you. Is there anybody here who wants to have a Bible study? Or you want to have a Bible study, or you know somebody who does? Would you like to have a Bible study? Okay, okay. This is for you. That's, anybody else want to have Bible study? Come down, I have one more. This is, I do this in my Bible studies for young people. You can do it yourself and make sure they do it. Okay, good. Okay.
You have more?
No, I think I gave that one. That's the last one. Okay, yes.
I know that most people don't have the privilege to have insurance in order to go to the doctor to have a yearly physical exam. So is there anything that you can suggest to those who don't have access to healthcare?
Okay. Number one, if you don't have access to healthcare, it'll be detrimental to you in the long run because you'll have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in the long run if you don't do something. I hear what you're saying, but going to the doctor for once a year to get in blood work is cost effective. My patients who see me every month, even if nothing is wrong, are benefited financially and medically because I catch things early. So yes, but they don't have insurance, but they have enough money to buy $200 shoes. They have enough money to do some other stuff with their money that they really don't need to do. So what I'm trying to say is that use your money wisely. I think going to a doctor or going to a clinic and getting a lab test done once a year at least will give you an idea of where your body's going. Yes?
Our office, and you can check with other doctors' office, will have what we call a self-pay payment schedule. So patients that have insurance, we process it through the insurance, but if a patient comes and they say, I have no insurance, we have a different lower amount scale that we charge them. And so it's low enough, it basically covers their blood work, if they're getting blood work, the visit, which is lower, you know, a lower cost, and we can do that for them like once a year, and we'll say, okay, well, this is the amount so that they can get that care without, even if they don't have insurance. So you can, if you check in the area, you can just ask, do you have a self-pay schedule and for a checkup and blood work?
And if all of that fails, become a vegan and take vitamins.
Where is your office exactly?
No, my office is three hours away. It's far.
What I was gonna say. Yeah. So what I was gonna say is, you said your office is like 2 hours away. 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, for people, because I know we have a lot of people here that don't have health insurance. There's someone downtown Charlotte that they can get checked up with for people that don't have insurance. You pay a little bit of amount of money, so
Yes.
if anybody.
And the health department.
Yes, the health department. Yeah.
Yes.
They can find a place that they can.
Oh, yeah.
Do
You
that.
really want to get your health, you will find a place.
Yeah.
Because ladies, you should have your mammograms and your pap smears done on a regular basis.
Yes, and they do all of that over there too. So, you know that we're all Haitian.
Yes.
So we have the black skin.
Yes.
That's not well, because you know, back home we don't have a car. We have to walk around. Yeah, so we had a lot of
sunlight.
sun.
Yes.
Yeah, but over here we got the looks of being inside the house, even especially when it's hot. We don't
Of
go.
course.
We don't go outside.
Yes.
We just stay at the AC.
Yes.
With our window closed all the time.
Praise the Lord for that.
Yeah. So, what advice can you give people like me?
Get outside. Fresh air. I love the area around here. Fresh
You
air.
like people?
Get
Fresh
outside.
air.
Go to the beach. Is the
Yeah.
beach far from here?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach. So yes, get outside, fresh air and water. Those are things that God has provided for us.
Okay.
But do you know why COVID is spreading now, right now? Do you know why the flu season has begun early? I treated somebody for flu last week, and flu season is not supposed to begin until next month.
Yeah.
So why is it that the COVID is increasing and the flu is increasing? Why do you think? Well, let's go back. Why is an epidemic in the winter for COVID?
Because we stay inside most of
Because
the
we
time.
stay inside because of the cold.
Yeah.
What are we doing now? We're staying inside because of the heat.
Yeah.
Because we're staying inside of the heat, COVID is spreading. That is why everyone should get their COVID vaccine when it comes out the middle of this month. You should get your flu shot beginning this month also. Now let me ask a question. Getting the flu shot, does that prevent you from getting the flu?
No. Nope.
The flu shot does not prevent you from getting the flu.
Even COVID.
What it does, though, it produces the antibodies. So if you're exposed to the flu virus, you won't die. You won't become very sick. But while it is producing antibodies, what does the body do? My patients come to me and say, Dr. Barry, every time you give me a flu shot, I get the flu. No, you do not get the flu. But you get symptoms as the body is producing the antibodies. You have body aches and pains, maybe a running nose, you may have a low-grade temperature. You're not developing the flu. Your body is producing the antibodies, and it takes 2 weeks to do this. I do not give the flu shot in January or February because it's too late then. It takes 2 weeks to develop the antibodies, and the flu season is almost over with. So when you get the opportunity, you must have your flu shot, and also the newest COVID out is there's a new one called the AB895, I believe. It's a new COVID variant. Let me end with this. Can we get a picture of a COVID virus? Google COVID virus and get a picture of it. Get a picture of the COVID. This is the last thing I'll let you go after this. I'll let you all go after this. So get a picture of the COVID virus on your phones, or we're going to try to get it on the screen. When you get a picture, when you look at the COVID virus, I want you to tell me what you see. Okay, what do you see? Wait, have I given you a prize yet? Have you gotten a prize? Come and get a prize because you raised your hand. Come. Yeah, bring it. Tell me what you see here. Well, first of all, give her a prize. Come down here and get your prize. Give her both. I got to get rid of all that stuff. I'm taking it back. Okay, this is a oh, there it is. Thank you. That's the COVID virus. Do you see those projections on the virus? What are those projections called? What's that? Well, I don't want you to tell it. What are those projections called? Spike proteins. Everyone say spike proteins. Every one of those projections is a spike protein. It's a glob of protein. In fact, there are 3 different protein molecules there. Yeah, thank you. Okay, it doesn't go into this here. Well, oh, you can see it, you can see it. Okay, so do you see those little red projections? That is a clump of protein, of 3 different proteins. What are proteins made of? Come on, biology students. Proteins, what are they made of? Protein molecule is made of, protein is, yes. Amino acids, go girlfriend, amino acids. She got something already. Okay, so each of those proteins is composed of amino acids in a certain sequence. Now, when a virus divides, sometimes that sequence changes. Every time the sequence changes, those spike proteins change a little bit. Those spike proteins grab onto the cell membrane of every cell of your body, especially the lungs and the heart, and that's how the virus enters the cell. It grabs onto the membrane of the cell, and the virus gets inside. So if you change the spike protein just even a little bit, it still gets into the cell, but the antibodies we take no longer work. So every time a virus spike protein changes, we have to have a new antibody to produce, to fight it off. The newest one will take care of most of the changes of that, the virus. So please, 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 it's supposed to be very bad the end of this year. If the COVID virus, the COVID antibody, the COVID vaccine comes out this month, I advise you all to take it. Does that prevent you from getting COVID? No, it still doesn't prevent you from getting COVID, but it protects you from getting very, very sick or dying. There were over 1 million people in the United States alone who died from COVID, and we don't want that to have to happen. Okay, wearing a mask. Is wearing a mask helpful in preventing COVID? It depends who you listen to, but yes. Well, it's... That is so true. It's not just the mask. The mask is good because it prevents from getting out or coming in. Certain masks, the N95 mask, I should say. But also, if you touch your mask and touch your eye, you've just inoculated your eye also, because remember, if the mask protects and gets the virus there and you touch the mask, you've inoculated your hands. So washing your hands, let's give somebody some more of this stuff here. And who wants one of these here? Pass to get some more. These are the last 3. Doing this is very helpful. The best thing is washing your hands with soap and water. And also, do you know those fans in the bathroom that dries your hands? Don't use them. Do you know those fans in the airports and in the bathrooms of schools that you put your hand underneath it and it dries your hands? Well, they found out that in bathrooms, stool gets into these fans and produces and multiplies there. So when you're blowing your hand, you're blowing stool onto your hand. So it is recommended you do not use those fans. What you should do is what I do is I go like this. So people think I'm waving at them and I'm drying my hand. When you go to those roadside rest stops, man, I use my elbow, I use my knee, whatever I can do, and it just go like that. Okay. Any questions? Yes, ma'am. Did you get a prize? Did you get a prize? No. Come and get a prize because you've been asking a lot of good questions. You're welcome.
Thank you. Made immune system in us.
Yes.
To build us.
Yes.
To prevent sicknesses so that our immune system can fight for us.
Yes.
Why don't doctors prescribe vitamins or medicines to build our immune system?
Good question. Good question. Okay, first of all, did God... Okay, let me see if I can put it here. Are we in the original creation that God created? Are we the original? We're not, right? Adam and Eve was created in the image of God. They were 17 feet, 18 feet tall. They had a pure immune system. He didn't have a belly button. He didn't need one. But that was God's creation. We have come back so far from Adam and Eve that we need supplements. We are very far from we are not evolving. We are, is there such a word as devolving? We are devolving. Ellen White says when we get to heaven and we look at Adam, we'll be doing this. 18 feet tall. So yes, we are not perfect. As I said, even somebody who was a complete vegan developed lung cancer because there are other things that are contributing to it. So yes, we need our vitamins. We need our minerals. We need water. I can't tell you, you should drink 4 16 ounces of things of water every day because you can develop kidney failure. In fact, I need some water soon. I can sense that I need some water soon. Where? Okay, good. So, yes, we're not perfect. We need these things. But you don't have to wait for the doctor to tell you that. Just go and get some vitamins, especially if you're over 55. Take some vitamins. Get some energy from that. Get a B12. Yes?
Last day, human beings gonna be evil. So even what you eat, what you buy to eat, they're not pure. They put stuff on it to destroy you.
Yes.
So, yeah. So sometimes you need a supplement to combat whatever you're eating.
But let me make you something more dangerous. You can die from eating fruit and vegetables. If they're not, if they're not washed properly. There are a lot of, what was the thing we saw in the news? Pesticides and something, E. coli, bacteria, there was, begins with C, chlamydia. No, not chlamydia. There was an outbreak because of eating green vegetables. So if you're going to use green vegetables, you should use them in the bag that says washed 3 times. And when you go home, wash them again. So yes, this is not a perfect world at all, and there are things that can happen to us. That's why we have to trust in the Lord, do the best we can, and the Lord will give us the extra. Amen. Okay. Any further questions? Yes, sir.
It's an information on the pass out.
It's what?
Yes. Earlier, the issue regarding those who don't have insurance or anything. There is a place called Freedom Clinic. It's on Freedom Drive in Charlotte. The doctor is an African doctor. They accept, you can pay cash. They have a plan where you can pay as little as they can arrange with you. If anyone, it's very affordable. I know it for sure. You can go there and then they will work with you. It's called Freedom Clinic on Freedom Drive, Charlotte.
And on top of it, your church is going to have a health day where I understand they'll be checking your blood pressure and your blood sugar. So at least that's a start there to find if everything's all right with that. Blood pressure. What should your blood pressure be? What's that? Okay, what is the highest number your blood pressure should be? What's that? 40 over? You see, about 6 years ago, if you were a diabetic, your blood pressure should be less than 130 over 80. If you are not a diabetic, your blood pressure should be 140 over 90. That changed 6 years ago. We found out that all individuals, diabetics and non-diabetics, their blood pressure should be less than 130 over 80. So if your blood pressure is above, if your blood pressure is at or above 130 over 80, you have hypertension. That means that you're increased as having a heart attack, stroke. So you got to get, and stress increases your blood pressure. Your blood pressure rises and falls during the day. So the Sabbath day, your blood pressure should be all normal because this is decreased stress. Except Pastor George, who has to preach every Sabbath. So. But blood pressure is very important. Your A1C, do you know what an A1C is? An A1C is a test we do every 3 months to check how well you control your sugar for the past 3 months. It should be less than 7. Do you know what your A1C is if you're a diabetic? You should know that because that's more important than your blood sugar. In fact, I have patients who come to my office and their blood sugar is absolutely normal. And I check their A1C and their A1C is 14. What it means that for 3 months they were misbehaving, doing whatever they wanted to do, and 2 days before their doctor's visit, they said, I'm going to make sure Dr. Berry knows what my blood sugar is. So they fasted for 2 days, their blood sugar was normal, and I checked their A1C and they said, it's abnormal. So I know you've been cheating for the past 3 months. I catch them. Okay, any questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Put your hands together for Dr. Berry. Awesome. Well done. Job well done. Yeah, si on moun vle, nan ticket sa ou capable venir devant, ou pour yon pendant que n'a terminé. Ou te bay annonce là. Okay. But nous vraiment contents, nous dit Dr. Berry merci en pile pour intervention ça fait jeudi. Rappelez-nous et pour quelques nan nous pour la première fois peut-être nous tendez quelques nan nous qui connaît information déjà qui recevons rappel parce que réalité a santé nous important. Donc nous pas qu'à vivre sans de l'eau, nous pas qu'à vivre sans manger, mais pendant ce temps, nous ne pouvons pas vivre sans Jésus. C'est pas vrai? C'est pas vrai? So, nous ne pouvons pas vivre sans de l'eau, nous ne pouvons pas vivre sans exercice, nous ne pouvons pas vivre sans manger. Pendant qu'on a parlé de sans de l'eau, sans exercice, sans manger, nous connaissons nécessaire, nous ne pouvons pas vivre sans Jésus. Nous allons chanter un seul couplet dans 507. Mais avant nous chanter le couplet, ça m'a demandé, faut camper. Pendant qu'on camper, faut ouvert corps et puis faut tirer comme ça. Exercice. C'est Sandra Bavard, elle fait gros exercice, non? All right, so nous faisons exercice. Let's just nous chanter ensemble 507, un seul couplet. Nous sommes capables de finir. Yes. Sans Jésus, je ne peux vivre. Je n'ose faire un seul pas. C'est lui seul que je veux suivre. Pour lui seul vivre ici-bas. Et mon cœur n'a rien à craindre puisque tu me conduiras. Je te suivrai sans me plaindre en m'appuyant sur ton bras. On a terminé. Seul m'a rappelé nous, Allah kay nous, mettez ti ba ça en pratique pour cholestérol nous ka l'eau. Et pas vous frères et sœurs, prends ti lait dans la ria, prends tes vitamines B3. D3. Ouais, docteur, pendant 2 ou 3 fois pendant l'année. Make sure que nous appliquons ça. Nous dit, we say thank you to Dr. Berry. We really appreciate. I hope you are able to come at least twice next year, so you can bless us again. We really appreciate it. So let's pray. Bon Dieu, Papa, nous qui sommes là, nous bénissons, Seigneur, pour après-midi ça, nous. Ou rappelez-nous, Seigneur, que ou pas de plan pour nous vivre avec stress. Ou pas de plan pour nous pour la vie nous t'écoute comme ça. Ou pas de plan pour nous vivre avec maladie. Plan c'est bonheur, prospérité, santé, vie abondante. C'était plan ça pour nous. Mais nous comprenons nous héritiers tout mauvais bagage ça dans Zach Adam fait. Nous pas plus bon parce que nous tout nous fait ça Adam fait, des fois nous fait plus mal. Mais nous demandons dans ton amour infini, on va pardonner nous et nous la foi avec courage, Seigneur, pour nous appliquer que nous, la vie nous, avec ça qui est bon, afin que non seulement nous mettons sourire sur le visage, mais nous prolonger vie nous sous terre ça, nous recevoir les bénédictions que vous mettez pour nous, Seigneur, dans ta loi, que c'est loi morale, que c'est loi naturelle, que c'est loi santé, afin que, Seigneur, pour nous capables de vivre une vie abondante. Entends-nous, Seigneur, voyez-nous la caille nous avec paix ou grâce pour un autre sabbat encore. Au nom de Jésus, nous prions, lui qui vit qui règne au siècle des siècles. Amen.